I was having quite a lot of problems with a traditional socket. I was even struggling to walk to the train station commuting to work. I was having to stop halfway and take the leg on and off, and going from a traditional socket onto an extremity socket has sort of changed my life. Like, I don't have to think about the length of time that I'm wearing a socket as much. I don't have to think about that impact, pushing that a little bit too hard on one day, and then the next day is just, I'm either having to be in a wheelchair or be on crutches. Using the extremity socket has just allowed that comfort to make sure that my skin isn't breaking down and that those hot spots aren't developing quickly on my stump. So actually I can be walking and doing a lot of distance around town one day, and I could be skiing or I could be cycling the next day. So a little bit about me, that I'm Stu Croxford. I'm based in the UK, lived there for all of my life. Joined the army in 2007. Since leaving the army, I retrained as a strength and conditioning coach. I cycle guiding, paddleboard instructor, ski instructor. A day that I can't wear a socket or wear my prosthetic leg is a day that I can't earn money and I can't support my own family. So since my amputation in 2014, I've achieved quite a few different sporting achievements. Skiing, I've done London Marathon, been cycling in the French Alps, completed an Ironman in Mallorca. I set up a powerboat racing team and raced the powerboat for 2 years. Ski toured the height of Everest in the French Alps over 4 days. Completed a 312-kilometre bike race in Mallorca in 1 day. Became the first all-amputee team to ever complete the Absa Cape Epic in South Africa, which was an 8-day mountain bike race with over 16,000 metres of climbing in 8 days. Being injured, that was my number one goal, was to make sure that I stayed as active as I could and kept that sort of mental avenue, that I could keep up that sort of independence and high activity that I was doing before. I had varied experiences and varied successes with traditional sockets. So I've been wearing an extremity socket for 4 months now. All the issues I was getting when I was wearing a traditional socket don't have any problems at all. The first time I got hold of an extremity socket, I was up and about walking within 30 minutes. It was crazy. Within the first hour, I was balancing on the leg like I'd never done on a traditional socket. Just that comfort level was exactly what I was looking for. The process is so quick to get that first initial mold, and for the prosthetist to build it and get it on you, to start understanding where the pressure points are and where we need to sort of make those little adaptations to make it bespoke to you as a person and as a user. Normally with a traditional socket, you can't make those adaptations. You can't change what they've done in the lab. In the UK, we can be looking at anything from 4 to 6 weeks of a full manufacturing process. I use different ankles for paddleboarding and paddle sports that I do. Scuba diving, I've got an ankle for running, I've got an ankle for cycling, and use an ankle for that comfort of just walking around every day. And without having the correct fit and that right socket to connect it to your body, then all that technology and that expertise is completely wasted. So it's been a great opportunity to come to Denver, to meet the team, to be able to work with the guys in R&D and make sure that the experiences I'm having as a user are captured within the company, and to be able to sit down and the level of detail they want from the user, and to make sure that that product that's going out and changing people's lives is the best it ever can be. So I'm leaving Denver with 4 legs. I've got day-to-day leg, ski leg, water sports leg, and biking leg. And Extremity have given me the challenge to go and push these legs to the limit, and things that I do and the challenges that I've got ahead is something that's going to really push and see what these sockets are capable of. I feel really excited to be a part of something that's going to change the lives of not just me, but the amputee community around the world. and to have a socket technology that's thinking ahead of what's currently available and what people are having to use is hugely important for me to make sure that is out there.